If two people stop contacting each other, who will send the first message? Today, I want to answer this from the perspective of a relationship coach. If someone completely stops reaching out to you, it's usually a strong sign that they're no longer interested. In most cases, it means they simply don't have romantic feelings for you anymore. The reason is actually simple. Whether someone takes the initiative reflects their subconscious emotional investment and how they value the relationship. When they stop reaching out entirely, their behavior is often driven by several psychological factors. First, their emotional need for the relationship has become very low. From the perspective of attachment psychology, reaching out is a way of saying, "I want to stay connected with you." When that signal disappears, it usually means they've already decided that the relationship is no longer important to them. This isn't about playing hard to get. It's more likely that emotionally, they've removed you from the list of people they see as a potential partner. Their silence becomes a way of conserving emotional energy, while their attention shifts toward people or goals they now value more. Second, your presence no longer creates an emotional response. When we're interested in someone, even something small like a social media like or a short message can brighten our mood. But when that interest fades, the brain naturally becomes less responsive to anything related to that person. At that point, not contacting you isn't an act of self-control. It's simply because you no longer cross their mind, or they no longer feel a reason to reach out. Third, they may be intentionally avoiding sending mixed signals. In psychology, this is known as boundary management. They understand that initiating contact could be interpreted as romantic interest. To avoid giving false hope or creating expectations they don't want to fulfill, they choose not to start conversations at all. This isn't necessarily cruel. It's often a clear and practical way of maintaining emotional distance. In fact, repeatedly reaching out to someone in this situation may feel like pressure to them and could push them even further away. Fourth, they've already reached emotional closure. Their actions and their feelings are now completely aligned. They don't feel conflicted anymore, so they have no motivation to reopen the relationship. From their perspective, any attempt to restart communication may simply feel like an unnecessary emotional complication. That's why they choose silence. Among adults, no response is still a response, and choosing not to choose is still a choice. The real solution isn't endlessly analyzing why they don't text first or believing that changing yourself will make them interested again. Sometimes a lack of initiative is the clearest answer you'll ever receive. Accepting that doesn't mean you failed. It means you're protecting your time, your energy, and your emotional well-being. Focus on the people who choose to move toward you, not the ones who continually move away. Holding on to someone who never reaches out is like waiting for a ship at an airport. You're not really waiting for them. You're waiting for an illusion. Understanding this helps us stop overthinking, respect other people's choices, and value our own time. Always remember, if you constantly have to guess how someone feels, the feelings probably aren't there. If you have to fight to prove that someone likes you, it probably isn't love. In relationships, clear affection and clear rejection are both valuable because they give you certainty. Sometimes two people's story simply ends when the communication stops, and that's okay. The best relationships are the ones where neither person has to wonder who should text first. When the feelings are mutual, both people naturally make the effort. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more relationship insights.